Welcome to JY classes. In previous classes, we discussed about respiration. Today, we discuss about cellular respiration. So, what is cellular respiration? In our daily life, we need energy for our daily activities. Then, how can we get energy? Yes, by taking food material, we get energy. Then, are food materials give instant energy? No. The answer is every food material that break down the chemical bonds and cellular level, then only they may give energy to us. So, how a food material that break down at a cellular level? Okay, so the relationship between digestive system and respiratory system. The relationship between digestive and respiratory system that gives energy. So today we discuss about cellular respiration. In cellular respiration, you know, organisms are of two types. One is prokaryotic organism and the second one are eukaryotics. So prokaryotics. What are prokaryotics? Some bacterias. Prokaryotics, some bacterias. In bacteria, cellular respiration takes place in cytoplasm. And in eukaryotes, cellular respiration takes place in cytoplasm and mitochondria. So, both are involved in cellular respiration in eukaryotes. What are eukaryotes? All the green plants and animals are eukaryotes. Now, discuss about the cellular respiration in eukaryotes. So, how does cellular respiration takes place? Generally, glucose is breakdown and the breakdown of the chemical bonds at cellular level by the help of the gas oxygen what we inhale. So the inhaled gas oxygen is transported by blood and diffuses inside the cell, okay, through plasma membrane. At the same time, the digested food also transported by blood and they may enter inside the cell. There, you know about mitochondria. The food material and oxygen, that means glucose. Before break down the food material in cellular respiration, glucose break down into pyruvates. Two pyruvates. One glucose molecule break down into two pyruvates. This process is called glycolysis. So what is glycolysis? Glyco means glucose, lysis means to break down. That means every glucose molecule in respiration process, it break down into pyruvates. This process is called glycolysis. Okay, and right now, if we available of oxygen to this glucose, then what will happen? In presence of oxygen, in presence of oxygen and in absence of oxygen, what will happen? So here you know the respiration takes place in presence of oxygen is called aerobic respiration. Okay, the respiration takes place in absence of oxygen is anaerobic respiration. So what is aerobic respiration? The respiration takes place in presence of oxygen is called aerobic respiration, that give huge amount of energy. Okay, and what is anaerobic respiration? the respiration takes place in absence of oxygen or less amount of oxygen is called anaerobic respiration. Okay, here the glucose molecules break down into pyruvates, and when the oxygen is present, then what will happen? Then it releases huge amount of energy, and some water molecules and carbon dioxide is commonly seen in plants and animals. Okay, so this is aerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, a glucose molecule that gives energy, okay, and water and carbon dioxide molecules. And in absence of oxygen, what will happen about glucose molecule? Okay, in bacterial cells, it forms lactic acid. Lactic acid, example, bacteria. Okay, so, and ethanol, the example, yeast cells. It is one type of fungus. Okay, so absence of oxygen, glucose break down and gives the lactic acid in bacteria and ethanol in yeast cells. Okay, so here energy. So what is energy? Energy is in the form of ATP molecules. Energy in the form of ATP molecules. What is the full form of ATP? ATP is the adenosine triphosphate. ATP means adenosine triphosphate, and the energy that fixes in the bonds of phosphates. Phosphate bonds are ATPs. So the ATPs are released by mitochondria and stored in mitochondria. That means the energy, which energy is released by mitochondria and stored in mitochondria, hence mitochondria are called as powerhouse of the cell, powerhouse of the cells, and this ATP considered as energy packets. Okay, right. And what is the value of one ATP molecule? Generally, one ATP that gives 7,200 calories. One ATP that releases 7,200 calories. So this energy is utilized by our body and conduct many biological activities. So this is aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is commonly seen in eukaryotes. So the aerobic respiration takes place inside the cell and in mitochondria. Mitochondria helps in generation of energy in the form of ATPs. ATP full form adenosine triphosphate. These ATPs also considered as energy packets. Hence, the energy is liberated and stored in mitochondria, so that mitochondria are called powerhouse of the cell. And one ATP value is 7,200 calories. That means an ATP that gives 7,200 calories of energy. Okay, and then what about anaerobic respiration? Is anaerobic respiration that gives energy? Yes, in anaerobic respiration also gives energy, but less amount of energy is released in anaerobic respiration comparatively aerobic respiration. Okay, so let us discuss about how anaerobic respiration takes place in microorganisms such as yeast cells. So let us discuss about a small experiment. So here testing for production of heat and energy and carbon dioxide under anaerobic respiration. So here we have some equipment is needed for our experiment. These are, first one we need thermos flask and thermometer and one glass tube and one test tube and bicarbonate solution and need some glucose solution. So by using this material we conduct an experiment. Okay, so let us discuss about the experiment. First of all, what is the aim of this experiment? What is the aim of experiment? Some organisms release energy and carbon dioxide and produce energy in the form of heat. That is the aim of this experiment. So that first of all we have to take some glucose solution and slightly heats up glucose solution heats up. What is the reason to heats up the glucose solution? While we heats up the glucose solution, the oxygen is removed from glucose. That is the reason. When we heats up the glucose, the oxygen removes from glucose solution. How can we identify the glucose solution? Oxygen is removed from glucose solution. Yes, there is a technique. We have to take some Janus green and add to glucose solution. Then it turns into pink in color. If glucose solution turns into pink color while adding Janus green or Diazine green, that is the indication of absence of oxygen in glucose solution. Then why do we remove oxygen from glucose solution? The main aim is to show anaerobic respiration. So what is anaerobic respiration? In absence or less amount of oxygen. So that we remove oxygen from glucose solution. And right now we arrange this thermos flask on cork. Okay, two-holed cork and insert a thermometer inside the glucose solution. And now add some yeast cells to glucose solution. And now pour liquid paraffin on glucose solution. So what is the reason? Because of the liquid paraffin that cut off the entry of oxygen inside the glucose solution. Okay, so liquid paraffin, when we pour liquid paraffin on the glucose solution, it cut off the entry of oxygen. That means where there is no oxygen is present in glucose solution. Okay, and right now keep one glass tube and one edge of the cork and attach it towards bicarbonate solution in test tube. Okay, here the tube is completely insert inside the bicarbonate solution. And keep the equipment steadily for 2 days. Then what do we observe? In our observation after 2 days, while we observing, the temperature is increased the temperature is increased and it showed in the thermometer. That means the energy is released. Energy is released in the form of heat. Okay. So the indication of thermometer that temperature is increased. That means the energy is released in the form of heat. And in test tube, the bicarbonate solution that turns into milky white. Milky white. So you know, a gas is liberates that turns into milky white. That is nothing but carbon dioxide gas. So in anaerobic respiration, carbon dioxide gas is liberated, that turns into bicarbonate solution into milky white, and the heat is released. So this is the indication. And while we observing the glucose solution, it smells as alcohol. You know, most commonly wild yeast cells turns into the glucose solution into alcohol in absence of oxygen. So here the process takes place, that is nothing but fermentation. Fermentation is widely used in industries, in beverages and preparation of alcohols, okay, and many food items also. So fermentation is nothing but anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. So here the alcohol smelled, that is formation of ethanol. Ethanol is formed inside the glucose solution, and carbon dioxide gas is liberates, and heat is liberated, so that anaerobic respiration takes place by the help of yeast cells in glucose solution. So it is proved that in anaerobic respiration energy is released. So do you understand, students? So on this chapter, so many in the year 19 in Telangana, the question is asked on this topic. Okay. So what are the questions? Here, what is the main aim of the given diagram? What is the main aim of the given diagram? Testing for production of heat and carbon dioxide under anaerobic respiration. And what is the importance of liquid paraffin? Yes, it cut off the entry of oxygen into glucose solution. And how can we remove oxygen from glucose solution? By heating and cool method. By heating and after cool, by boiling and cooled method, the oxygen is removed from glucose. And these are the questions based upon this diagram. Okay. So this is the topic, right? Thank you.